2 Corinthians 4, Paul is talking about endurance. He's talking about not giving up. No matter what happens, we have been given this ministry by the Lord. After having saved us, he has asked us to serve him, to share the gospel with other people. That's what we've been seeing as we've made our way down through here. Now, last time we read verse 13. Today we're going to look at 14, but I want to read 13 and 14 together for you right now before we do that. Since we have the same spirit of faith, according to what has been written, I believed, and so I spoke, we also believe, and so we also speak, knowing that he who raised the Lord Jesus will raise us also with Jesus and bring us with you into his presence. So last time we talked about the fact that if we really believe these things to be true, we really believe the power of the gospel and the power of Christ to change lives, then we will speak it and we will live it regardless of the consequences, even though we might face persecution, even though it's going to be difficult, painful, even though some may stand against us. We're going to do it because we believe it. Now, Paul goes on here in this verse and he says, I'm going to do that even if I pay the ultimate price. That's what he's talking about. Maybe I will lose my life, but that's not going to keep me from doing what God has called me to do, because I know that the one who raised the Lord Jesus will raise me and bring me into his presence. Paul is in fact saying, I don't fear death. I don't fear paying the ultimate price. Now, again, for us here in the United States, even though things seem to be stacking against us culturally, we don't really fear death because of what we believe and sharing it with other people. Maybe ridicule, maybe a little pushback from people, maybe some words that are a little painful, but contrary to what the woke crowd wants us to believe, words are not violence, they're just words. Remember our youth, sticks and stones may break our bones, right? They're just words. We don't face much violence in this country. But you know what the reality is, my friends? There are people who face violence because of saying and living what they believe all around the world right now. In China, in Libya, in Bangladesh, in Somalia, in Nigeria, in Turkey. There are grave consequences for speaking and living what you believe. There were grave consequences for Paul. I mentioned a few weeks ago, he almost lost his life many times because of what he believed and what he said and what he lived. And Paul says, not even that is going to stop me. Can I ask you today, my friends, how strong is your determination to live and speak what you believe? What would it take to stop you? Nothing would stop the Apostle Paul. And if we truly believe that God has the power to raise us as he raised the Lord Jesus, then we will do what he asks, no matter what the cost.